What's up, guys? This is Maxwell Harmon. In mid-March of 2012, I was asked to do a demonstration at a middle school for my stencil. And this is a video of that demonstration. The whole thing went really well, went better than I expected. Right now, as you can see, I did a fade with white, orange, and red. And, I don't know, I think the kids really appreciated it. I know I had fun. I found the place real easy. I'm blocking it out by laying down a light rectangle so I can see where the rest of the stencils are going to go. And then right here we have my first stencil, which is my fill stencil. And by the way, I'm doing my buzzard, my classic Alfie, the very vicious Viking Vulture, as you've seen him in every video. I'm doing that bird. So right now I'm doing some shading. I was rushed when it came to do it because I thought I had all the stencils cut at work, but then out of nowhere we had this like 1 week break at work and I couldn't get the stencils from there. So the day of, like an hour before the thing, I had to cut all these stencils, which really sucked because I had like a 5-layer stencil that was perfect just sitting at work that I couldn't get because it was closed. But anyway, it came out okay. There are some slight imperfections that I'm sure you can find if you want to, but it was pretty good for just like off the top, And I'm doing some shading right here. The kids were great. They stayed, they paid attention for the whole thing, and they didn't seem to lose interest, and I never lost them. And they like went crazy every time I took a stencil off, like right there. They were all, I know you can't hear it, but the whole thing took about an hour, so I had to take out all the sound because of the lengthy time. But now I'm doing the black layer, which is my liner stencil, and that just throws it down a nice outline, and there you can see it after it's done. And now I'm going to do a reverse stencil here. In a second, after I do the feet, I'm going to do a reverse stencil, which is you lay a piece of paper covering what you don't want sprayed on. And by the way, I made this, what I like to call a practice board, out of 1x2s. It's 30 inches by 50 inches, and as you, in the next few videos, it's going to be my Coney portrait project, which I'll tell you about in the next video, but I ended up doing a lot of portraits on this panel right here, which I just put hinges on one side, so it hinges up real nice and you can carry it with you. It doesn't weigh much. But it's really nice to paint on. And there you can see the stencil, which is just a cut piece of poster board, which is what I use for all my stencils. Poster board, or chipboard, the nicer stuff at my work. Right there is a chain link stencil. It took me like a solid 6 hours to cut that baby. So, love it or die. And now I'm doing a blue fade, coming off my bird. And the kids really liked the blue, and they didn't really understand how the stencil was working, so they thought I just painted over the Vulture, and then when I took off the stencil, they all went nuts, so that was kind of fun. But here we go. Yeah, there it is. I printed them, I had my mom print them actually at Office Max, but I printed them all sketchbooks because I got the feeling like, this was like an after-school art program, and a lot of these kids don't have money for stuff like that. So I printed them up all sketchbooks with the Alfie, the very vicious Viking Vulture, on the top, and there I am handing them out. And by the way, that table fell over only because I totally planned that. That was not a mistake at all. But I didn't even know it, but this kid, he walks up to the camera and like puts the sketchbook like right next to it, which worked out perfect for the video, but I didn't even know that he did it at the time. And right now I'm doing my signature because the janitor came along and he was like, "What are you doing? You have no signature on here. What, you don't have a signature, you loser?" So I was like, "Oh no, I have a signature, check this out." So there it is. And there you can see all my different caps. But that kid right there, he brought me his sketches. He's a graffiti artist by the name of Elmo, and he had an Elmo hat and an Elmo jacket. And so that was pretty cool. But here's an overview of the finished piece. came out pretty groovy. So have a good one.